Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Haven't done a video for a while, so it's good to be back and perfect timing as well with the A-League season just around the corner. So today I'll be doing a home kit ranking video of the new A-League kits that have just been released, and I've got a special guest with me today, Joe from Joe K Football. Joe, thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me on, mate. Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking a look at some of these kits and giving some rankings.
So let's start off in alphabetical order. So, firstly, for myself, Adelaide United have released always pretty much produced really nice kits. It's a little bit different to usual, a bit more of a darker sort of red, with kite as the logo. Um, for me, obviously, Adelaide have chopped and changed their kits over the past few seasons, but for this one, I think I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Um, yeah, just my opinion. So, what's your opinion on the Reds' new home kit?
Definitely a Red's new home kit. It's very red, this one. Not too much else going on there. I like that the sponsors and the branding, they're all the white across the shirt. It's pretty nice for me, but yeah, nothing amazing. I'll go 6.5.
And on to the new boys, Auckland FC. I was keen to get into this. Obviously, everyone's got different opinions on the new boys jersey. So, me personally, I love it. I like the black and the blue that sort of strips along the jersey. And I think this is a really, really nice kit. Maybe not too sure about how the sponsor, that Encore, sort of fits into it. What are your thoughts on this kit? I'll go for a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I really like the blue and black as well. I think it's a color combo that fits in well in the A-League. Like it's not similar to anything that anyone else is already doing. I like it as well. The only thing I would probably change is the badge.
Yeah.
I know it's the first season and you want the badge, like its true colors on the badge, but I just feel like it kind of gets a bit lost in there on that black stripe. You can't really make out the badge that well. So for me, I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10.
Brisbane Roar, a team that a lot of people are talking about. A lot of people like the kit, a lot of people don't. It's really different to usual kits. Like obviously the blue starting to come into it around the collar there. Look, everyone's got their opinions, but I'm going for a 6 out of 10 again. I'm still staying in that mid sort of area. I do like the Outcast sort of sponsor, but I'm not too sure how I feel about it in general. What are your thoughts?
For me, when I first saw this one, I was definitely in the don't like it camp, but it has grown on me 100%. And I think the biggest thing for me was seeing it next to the inaugural season jersey and seeing those connections there. So it has grown on me a lot. I'm still not the biggest fan of it, so I'm going to give this one a 5. But I do appreciate why people like it.
To the reigning champions, Central Coast Mariners, and a very different kit. A lot of teams going very different based for their kits this season. Obviously, the Mariners with the sort of blue Polytech sort of sponsor, modeled by Trent Sainsbury, who's returning to the club. It's again another different kit to usual, but I do like it personally. I'm going to go for a 7.5 out of 10 for the Mariners.
For me, I'm pretty similar with you on this one. I like it as well. Nothing amazing, but it's just a well done jersey. I think that they seem to start putting that hoop across the middle with the sponsor the last couple of years, so it seems to be a bit of a trend they're liking. And yeah, I don't mind it as well. This one, I'm just going to go with 7 as well. All very similar ratings so far.
Onto a kit now that was released quite early, out of when you think about all the other teams, Macarthur FC, and it feels so long ago now since they released their kit. I'm not sure if that's just me. Luke Bratton, obviously modelling it, their new captain. Macarthur Bulls, just coming off the back of an Australia Cup final win as well, which was an historic moment for them, winning their second Australia Cup. But with this kit, I'm not sure how, again, the logo will work. I think that little yellow that goes down isn't too flush to me. I'm gonna go for a 5 out of 10 for this one.
Look, I can't say I'm a big fan of this one either. I rate them trying something different. The lightning bolts, that zigzag pattern. I rate their bold approach, but it's definitely not one for me. I'm going to go 4 out of 10 here.
Melbourne City, who I believe are in my top two for or maybe even top three for the best home kit of the season. It's sort of a throwback to a couple of kits they've had in the past. Really nice, just plain, and obviously the Etihad Airways sponsor in the middle. I'm going for an 8 out of 10 for this one, but Joe, what's your thoughts?
This one, maybe not. I'm not as big a fan of you on this one, I don't think. I feel like it's a bit plain. Maybe could have done something a bit more with it. seems a bit basic for me, so I'm going to go 6 out of 10.
A team now that produces really nice kits every season. And, obviously for the Victory fans, I'd be keen to get your take on this one. But this year's Victory kit, a bit different. Obviously the big V, which we've seen quite in the past before. But for me, maybe that big white V on the middle of the shirt is a bit too big. But all in all, still another pretty nice Melbourne Victory kit. I mean, interesting to see how they go this year after they bounce back off that Australia Cup final loss. But for me, I'll go for a 7 out of 10 for this kit. Not one of their best, but not one of their worst, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different opinions on this one, mainly from Victory fans. I think they're a bit torn whether they love it or they hate it. For me, I don't mind it. I like the cuff, the sleeve cuffs, and the collar on this one. The V as well, I think works well. The only thing I'll maybe look at changing would be the sponsor placement. Feels quite low. Obviously, you got to put it under the V, so it feels very low down on the chest. But yeah, look, I don't mind this one. I'm gonna go 7.5 out of 10.
Now on to my team, the Newcastle Jets. A very different looking jersey. Obviously, trying to throw back to the 2005 jersey. I'm not sure if you've seen, but very different to the gold. We've usually just had the gold with the sponsor. Now we've got sort of the blue and the red around the side of the shirt. I'm just going to go for a 6 out of 10 for the Jets.
Surprised me because this might be my favorite jersey of the video so far. This
Really?
one, yeah, I'm a big fan of them throwing it back and really going full into it, really going for the remake. And I like this one a lot. I think the use of the colors in there, a bit more red this year as well. I like that. So I'm going to go 8 out of 10 for this one.
On to Perth Glory now. Obviously, this isn't, again, one of my favourites. I think Glory have sort of failed, in my opinion, to produce some nice looking threads over the past couple of years. But it's not terrible as well, in my opinion. Interested to see how the Glory go this year. But for me, it's got to get a 5 out of 10 for me for the Glory this year.
Look, I might be on the same page as you on this one. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. I think it's pretty safe, but I do love purple and orange. I think it's probably one of the most unique color combos you've got in the league. And I think I actually like their last couple kits. Last year's one in particular, I was a big fan of. This one, I think they've definitely taken a step back, made it a bit more simple. And I'm going to go 6 out of 10 for this one.
Now moving on to Sydney FC, a lot of hype around them this season, not only with the Douglas Costa inclusion, but also some of their other Brazilians that have joined the squad. Sydney FC again producing another shirt with the Macquarie University sponsor. Bit of a pattern going on if you look closely towards the detail of the jersey. I'm going to go for a 7 out of 10. I think Sydney never disappoint, but it's not in my top two from what I feel. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Sydney FC.
I'm going to try not be biased on this one. If you can look at the jerseys behind me, you'll figure out what I mean by that. But I feel like it's very similar to the last couple of years.
Yep.
In particular, the sleeves and the collar sponsors everything placement-wise. Not the biggest fan of it. I'm going to go a 4 out of 10. I think they could have done a lot more with this shirt.
I definitely agree. It's a jersey that looks similar year after year. Now moving on to Wellington Phoenix, who have again gone with Oppo as their sponsor. Nice little clean little kit. I'm going to go for a 7 out of 10 for the Phoenix. I think they deserve a 7.
Yeah, for me, I think this one might be a little bit too basic again. Similar to the Sydney FC. If you were to kind of imagine a Wellington Phoenix jersey, I feel like this is what it would be. Very basic for me, so I'm going to go straight down the middle, 5 out of 10.
Moving on to your team, the Western Sydney Wanderers, and not just because you're on the show, but I do think they have released one of their best jerseys in the recent couple of years. It's really, really clean from the minute I saw it come out. I really like the pattern. I just think that the red suits the black perfectly. And look, it's a jersey that I think is also a throwback, you'll know more than me, to the earlier Wanderers days. So for me, I'm going to go for an 8 out of 10 for the Wanderers kit. I think it looks, really nice.
And look, when I first saw this one, I wasn't the biggest fan of it because the last couple of years we've had black kind of as the main color. But you're right about what you said about how red used to be the predominant color back in the day, and we've kind of went back to that now. And the more I see it, the more it's grown on me. The big thing for me is the Adidas logo has been updated. Yeah. Last year we had the old one, and now we've got the new, better looking logo, in my opinion. So I really, really like this jersey. And you know what? I'm going to go For my highest rating so far, I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10.
Now on to Western United, a team who was really interested to get their thoughts on this year's jersey following a lot of sort of hate and speculation around last year. So it's a lot different to last year's. Obviously the black stripes going down the shirt with I do like the color of the green. Overall, I don't think it's nothing too impressive. I'm gonna go for a 6 out of 10 for this one.
I really like this shirt as well. I think there's not too much wrong with it. I think the Kappa logo print down the sides of the shirt looks great. Goes onto the shorts as well, which is a cool touch. And then the collar looks good. The only thing for me is the sponsor. I can't get over that sponsor. It just doesn't. It's a very clean looking kit, and then you've got a not so clean looking sponsor on it, which takes a few points away from me. But I'm going to go 7.5 out of 10 for Western.
So that pretty much wraps it up for today's home kit ranking. Joe, thank you very much for coming on. But before I let you go, who's your pick to win the championship this season, the A-League? I know obviously the season's getting closer. Yeah, who's your prediction to take it out this season?
My prediction this season, I did have victory. I did have victory going all the way and winning the championship. However, there's been a few rumblings over the last couple of days about Paddy Kisnorbo, maybe some issues behind the scenes there. So I'm actually going to drop them out and I'm going to chuck the Wanderers up there because why not? It's got to happen sooner or later. And this is the year, one batter in there. Probably never going to see a player that good wear the Wanderers shirt in a long time. So if it's going to happen in a year, this is the year.
Yeah, Joe, thank you very much for coming on for the kit ranking. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys on the next one.